Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zen Burrow here by myself, and today I'm going to look at Bohemian Rhapsody with Rami Malek. And I gotta say, I actually enjoyed this film. I am well aware that a lot of people had problems with the timeline of the events of Queen, and I mentioned this in my written review. Biopics generally are leaning towards some end, and you can't get everything right, and directors and writers are going to like move things around and in order to suit the not only the time length of the film but also um, what these people are trying to portray. And in this film, Freddie Mercury gets most of the attention, even though the other members of Queen, um, we also see how they contributed. And so, yeah, um, there's at least, I think I counted 4 or 5 of their most famous songs. That's how the film kind of divides things up and jumps time. For me, I did some research on Queen and their history, and the film does um, move things around, and which pissed a lot of people off from what I've read, from what I've Googled. A lot of the major newspaper publications and other websites really had an issue with that. For me, it didn't really matter because whether we read a book or watch a film about famous band or famous person, um, unless it's one of those well-researched biographies, there's gonna be a poetic license to it. So I will say Rami Malek did Freddie Mercury a lot of justice in terms of like the emotional aspect of it. Dude was a very private and enigmatic person, and I think Rami Malek really captured that. And plus, I've watched interviews with him. Uh, Malik talked about really watching any YouTube clip he could find in order to really get in the head of Mercury and his stage, not only his stage persona, but the person behind that mask. And it was really the film's strong point. The other strong point was just, well, it's Queen and the music is great. An interesting thing about the singing is Malik does sing in the movie, but his voice is layered on top of recordings of Mercury's actual singing and another singer who is apparently famous for emulating Mercury's vocal style, which sounds a little weird, but I thought it was interesting. So Bohemian Rhapsody, is it worth it? Should you spend money at the theater to go see it? I spent $6 to watch it. Um, I will say if you like Queen and you don't really have an issue with screenwriters and directors messing with history, you'll probably enjoy this film a lot. However, if you are kind of anal about that type of stuff, you're probably going to be very nitpicky and maybe even a little insulted because Queen is such a legendary band that has had such an influence in not only the rock and roll world but just the music world in general. And but all the other stuff that you would expect in a film like this, like the inspiration that made these people create these famous songs and all that, it's all there. And um, it'll leave you thinking and reflecting. It did for me, and well, I've been listening to Queen on repeat on Spotify, so that's what the film did for me, and I would recommend it if you are you like that stuff too. So yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. For me, it's a thumbs up, but it all just depends on what you're looking for. Just don't expect like an accurate timeline. So yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, recommended from me, Zen Burrow. So yeah, check out our other reviews, Cinehorde Review, and I'll see you next time at the movies. All right.